Sports Tonight, your one-stop shop for all local sports.
The last time we talked, there was all this uncertainty, and not that things are set in stone now, but since then, reports that several conferences, including Conference USA, are looking very much to move forward. Does that provide a little bit of a peace of mind in terms of your preparation and the work you guys are doing?
You know, I'd like to tell you it does, Hector, but this thing has just been so fluid since the very first day for y'all and for us, and you can imagine for our players. It's literally been a roller coaster ride. We've done our best to stay out of that as much as we can. Obviously, I used to be a teacher, school teacher back in the day. I still consider myself a teacher. We still start off practice pretty much with current events, talk about the big things, and our E plus our R equals O, our event. What's the event of the day? What's our response going to be? What's the outcome going to be? We can control our response. We can't control the event. I know it sounds like coach talk, but to answer your question more, not coach talk, Hector, it sure was nice to be out there today and hear some positive buzz, which we don't get a lot of. Mostly social media is a beat down, and the negative love to be negative.
That conferences like the Big 12 and the SEC and the ACC are moving forward, does that give you a little peace of mind? I know they're Power 5, but does it give you maybe a little peace of mind that as opposed to where you were a couple of days ago, and when I say you, college football landscape, that maybe you're on a little bit better footing now?
Yeah, I mean, and two, I think yes would be my short answer. And then two, I think too, it shows us that the system's a little bit broken right now, and the fact that our governing body really hasn't come out and done anything about this or said anything besides make a couple guidelines and recommendations and then kind of let everybody choose for themselves. It seemed a little bit like the Wild Wild West when you're under this organization and everybody's collegiate athletes, Division I athletes, and you look across the whole entire United States and everybody's doing completely different things. I mean, some guys are practicing, some guys not. Their protocols are different. Some are harder, some are easier. And so there's no uniformity across college football right now, which is what is making this thing seem like a roller coaster. And I think the media's jumped on it and everybody's, reporting like crazy. I mean, Twitter used to be something that, you enjoyed. Between my downtime, I'd recruit with it, and my downtime, I'd get a little bit of news. And now it's just like, holy moly! If I start swiping down that Twitter feed, it's like I have no clue what's about to pop across it. So yeah, I think it shows that we need a voice that leads from the top in the NCAA, and it's got to come together where, and if they're not going to do that, then these conferences are going to have to break off and not follow by the same rules. It's so different in different regions right now, and that makes your heart break for the kids. I mean, they're all putting in the same effort, these kids put in, it's basically 375 days a year we're working towards football, and for some conferences to be able to play and some get the plug pulled on it, just doesn't seem fair to me. And so hopefully, at the end of this thing, we'll see kind of where our flaws are in the overall system, and we can work to making some corrections to the obviously flawed NCAA system.
And for the latest, including analysis and feature stories, sportstonight.com.